Previously on Saving Throw Society. We open in a memory. At the reflecting pool of the Twilight Court, deep within a glimmer grove, a young Al stood beneath his father's watchful gaze. Thorin spoke of legacy, of responsibility, of the future that Al would one day inherit whether he felt ready or not. Across the water, Feindar faced a similar reckoning as their mother Selenway gently but firmly impressed upon him the weight of their lineage. 2 sons, 2 burdens, 1 destiny neither fully understood. Their parents departed, leaving only the quiet ripple of the pool between them. The silence pressed in until Feindar, ever the shield against the storm, cracked a joke and pulled a laugh from his anxious brother. Then the present came crashing back. The party awoke in the hallowed glen to discover Della and Lena missing. Ensemble recounted the strange events of the night, and Al quickly gathered the group to search beyond the safety of the consecrated grounds. But the moment they stepped into the forest, magic tightened around their thoughts, a compulsion spell, and from the trees emerged Feindar, calm, composed, asking simply, "Where are you going?" Words were exchanged, tension simmered, and in the end, Feindar agreed to help find the missing companions. But when Al realized where Della and his sister had gone, his resolve hardened. They would need more than blades and bravery. They would need his parents. The party turned toward the Temple of Quiet Stars and walked straight into a threat. A stranger descends upon them, speaking in cruel rhymes and calling Zeb kin. The truth became clear. One of the Shadow Severed stood between them and where they were going. Steel rang, magic flared, the forest bore witness, and in the aftermath of violence and breathless desperation, Feindar fell. Al held his brother, and the light faded from his eyes, and moments later Thorin arrived. He saw the body, he saw the blood, he saw the surviving son kneeling in grief, and with a voice like breaking ice, he asked, "What have you done?" Will Thorin see the truth or only betrayal? Will Selenway do when she learns what happened, and who truly sent the Shadow Severed? All of this and more today on Saving Throw Society. Welcome to Saving Throw Society as we present Barrier City's New Orleans. Laissez le bon temps rouler and just sit back, relax, and enjoy the jazz. The storm had been hanging over New Orleans since dusk, swollen and heavy, the kind that made the air feel bruised. By the time they rushed her into the Toro Infirmary, rain streaked the windows like the city itself was crying ahead of schedule. The little girl ran beside the gurney, her sneakers lit with every step, red, blue, red, too cheerful for the moment, too loud in the sterile hallway. She was barely 4, hair half unraveled, clutching a stuffed rabbit by one ear, her mother's screams echoing off the walls, raw and animal, and every time they rose, the child flinched as if she'd been struck. "Mama?" she cried, scrambling to keep up. "Mama, slow down!" Her mother turned her head at the sound, eyes wild with pain, then soft, instantly. She smiled when she saw her daughter. "It's okay, baby," she panted. "Mama's okay." But the lie shook when another contraction tore through her. She screamed again, back arching, fingers clawing at the rails. The nurse lifted the child into her arms before she could see the blood soaking the sheets. "Sweetheart," the nurse murmured, rocking her gently, "we're gonna help your mama bring your baby sister." The girl nodded, biting her lips so hard it went white. "I want to be good," she whispered. "I don't want to make mama sad." Hours blurred together. The girl sat curled in a chair far too big for her, the rabbit clutched to her chest, watching machines blink and beep like they were whispering secrets she wasn't allowed to hear. Every scream from the bed made her shoulders jump. She covered her ears, then uncovered them. She didn't want to miss anything. "Mama's hurting," she said to no one. "I think it's my fault." The nurse knelt in front of her. "Oh, honey, no, none of this is your fault, don't worry." But the girl just stared at her mother, eyes glossy, face gray with exhaustion. I want to hold her hand," she said. They let her. Her fingers were so small, wrapped around her mother's, barely more than a warmth. Her mother squeezed back weakly, like she was anchoring herself to the world with that tiny grip. "Hey," her mother whispered, voice shattered. "You okay, Della?" The girl nodded fiercely. "I'm being brave, Mama." "I know," her mother said, tears slipping sideways into her hair. "You always are." Another contraction hit, harder, worse. Her mother screamed so loud the girl cried out too, squeezing her eyes shut. "Make it stop," the child sobbed. Please make it stop." The doctor's voice cut in, urgent. "She needs to push. We don't have time." Her mother gasped, nodded, bore down with everything she had left. Blood pooled. The machine screamed warnings. The girl felt her mother's hand go slack for a second and panicked. Mama, don't let go." "I'm here," her mother whispered, though her voice sounded like it was already far away. I'm right here." One final push. One last brutal sound ripped from her chest, and then a cry. High, sharp, alive. "It's a girl," the nurse said, voice breaking. She made it." The baby emerged, small and red and perfect, dark skin, lungs strong, screaming her arrival into the world like she refused to be ignored. "Lena," her mother whispered instantly. "My Lena." Then they laid the baby on her chest, and Lena's cries softened, her tiny body warm and real against her mother's skin. The girl leaned forward, eyes wide and wet. "That's her?" she asked. "That's my sister?" "Yes," her mother said, smiles through the tears. "That's your baby." The girl touched Lena's hand with one finger. Lena's fist closed around it. "She likes me," the girl said, wonder threading through her sobs. Her mother laughed softly and then coughed. Her breathing changed all at once, shallow, wrong. The room shifted and people moved faster, voices sharpened. "BP's dropping fast." The girl didn't understand the words. She felt the fear crash down like thunder. I need blood now." Mama, she whispered. Are you getting sleepy?" Her mother turned her head slowly, every movement costing her something precious. Her eyes locked into her older daughter's face, and something like grief passed through them, deep and knowing. "Listen to me," she said, barely audible now. "You gotta take care of Lena." I can't," the girl cried. I'm little." "I know," her mother whispered, "but you're my big girl." Tears streamed down Della's face. "I don't want you to go." Her mother kissed Lena's head and then reached for her firstborn's cheek, thumb brushing away tears she wouldn't live to dry again. "I love you," she said. "I love you bigger than the sky." The girl sobbed, pressing her face into her mother's hand. "I love you too, Mama. Please don't leave me. Please." The monitor screamed. Hands rushed in. Something gentle pulled the child back. "Mama!" she screamed. "Mama, wake up! Wake up!" The sound didn't stop. No more break in the pitches. Her mother's eyes were already unfocused, fixed on something kinder than the room. Her chest stilled. They turned off the machines. And outside the storm finally broke, rain pounding the city in a relentless roar, as if the skies had started to sob themselves. Inside the room, Lena cried, strong and furious and alive, her voice filling the space her mother had left behind. The girl stood at the bedside, clutching the rabbit so hard its ear tore loose in her hand. "My mama," she said in a small, hopeful, terrified voice. No one answered. Lena cried. And the little girl learned, in the echoing quiet of a hospital room, what it meant to lose the person who had been her whole world, and to love someone new with pieces left behind. The room emptied slowly. Not all at once, never all at once in hospitals, but piece by piece. Machines were silenced, tubes removed, voices lowered to whispers that floated instead of landed. Someone carried Lena away to be cleaned, her eyes fading down the hall like a promise tugged thin. Someone else was saying, we gotta call her grandma. That's what her mom said. We gotta call her grandma. The little girl stayed. No one told her to move, and she didn't know how. She stood at the side of the bed, toes barely touching the floor, staring at her mother's face. It looked wrong now, too still, too peaceful, like a picture instead of a person. "Mama," she whispered. You can wake up now. Please wake up." Nothing. Her chest hurt in a way she'd never felt before, like she'd swallowed a stone too big to cry around. She squeezed her rabbit to her chest and stared at the empty space behind the bed. And then she felt arms around her. Warm, familiar, gentle. The scent hit first, jasmine oil and laundry soap, and the faint sweetness of powdered sugar from beignets shared too late at night. And the little girl froze, her breath catching. Mama, she said, barely sound coming out. And there behind her stood her mother, not on the bed, not broken, but whole. Her skin glowed softly like moonlight through the fog, edges a little blurred, like she didn't belong entirely in the room anymore. Her hair was neat again, the curls falling just the way the little girl remembered when her mother tucked her in at night. "I'm here, baby," her mother whispered, resting her chin on the girl's head. "I've got you." The girl turned eyes wide, not afraid, never afraid. "You were gone," she said urgently. They said. "I know," her mother said, holding her tighter. I know." And tears finally came hot and sudden. The girl sobbed into her mother's arms, clutching at her like she might disappear if she didn't hold on hard enough. "Don't leave me. Please, don't ever leave me again. Please." Her mother rocked her gently. "I won't leave you like that, not yet." But the lights in the room flickered, and then the air changed, and it grew thick and warm and heavy with cigar smoke and rum and something earthy, grave soil and flowers left too long in the sun. And the shadows in the corners stretched, bending wrong, and the girl felt it before she saw it. Someone else was here. A tall figure leaned against the far wall as if he'd been there the entire time, was only now just deciding to be noticed. He wore a black tailcoat with purple lining, bone-white gloves, and a wide-brimmed hat, just enough to hide his eyes in the shadows. A skull grin flashed when he smiled, not cruel, not just knowing. "Evening," he said pleasantly. "Ain't this a sad party?" The girl stiffened. Her mother sighed, pressing a kiss into her hair. "Baby, don't be scared. He's here for me." "That's right, I ain't here for you, child," the man said, raising his hands. "Not today." The girl looked at him, heart pounding. Who are you?" He tipped his hat just slightly. "Name's Ban Maredi. Some people say Samedi. I walk folks home when they're done with their bodies." You can't take my mama," the girl said immediately, stepping in front of her like her small body could block something this big. "She's gotta stay, she promised." The Baron's smile softened, not mockery, not hunger, respect. Yeah, I wish she didn't do that, but she did. He crouched down so they were closer to eye level, joints creaking like little old wood. The smell of smoke and rain followed him. You see me, he said, curious now. Most don't. The girl nodded, chin trembling. I see my mama too. He hummed. That runs in families sometimes. Her mother knelt beside her, one glowing hand resting on the girl's shoulder. Baby, listen to him. I don't want to, the girl whispered. I know, Della, but this part matters. The Baron rested his elbows on his knees. Your mama's spirit is so tired, he said. She's been fighting a long, hard fight. Brought your sister into this world. My job ain't to steal her, it's to guide her where she can go and get some rest. The girl shook her head hard. She can rest at home. I'll be good. I'll take care of Lena. I won't fight. I won't make messes. I'll even eat broccoli. Her mother's face broke. Oh, sweetheart, she whispered. You were always good. The Baron glanced at the bed, the empty shell of a woman who had been, and then back at the child. Little girl, do you know what happens when the spirits, they stay too long where they hurt? He asked softly. The girl didn't answer. They start to ache, he continued. They fade wrong, they get lost. Her mother cupped her daughter's face, thumbs brushing away tears that slid through her fingers now. I don't want to be lost, Della, and I don't want you to be scared of me. The girl sobbed. I want to hear you sing. Her mother smiled through tears of her own. You'll hear me. In the quiet, in the music, in the way that Lena laughs. In the way that you and Lena will sing together one day. The Baron stood, offering a skeletal gloved hand, not to Della, to the mother, waiting. Tom, don't stop, he said gently, even for love. The girl buried her face in her mother's chest. Will I see you again? Her mother kissed her hair one last time, holding her as tight as she could. Whenever you need me, I'll be close. You won't always see me like this. She pulled back, her eyes shining. You take care of your sister. You be brave. You listen to your grandma, and you live. The girl nodded, broken and obedient all at once, and her mother turned to Baron Merady and took out his hand. Be kind, the Baron said softly to the child as they began to fade. The dead don't forget the ones who loved them first. And then they were gone. The room was empty again, quiet and ordinary. And the little girl stood alone beside the bed, clutching her rabbit, her heart pounding. From down the hall, Lena cried. The girl wiped her eyes and whispered into the air. I'll do my best, Mama. I'll protect Lena. I'll listen to Grandma. I'll make you proud. And somewhere beyond the veil, her mother heard her and smiled. Lena runs over and starts frantically trying to get the roots out of the body that you both see in front of you. She has high energy. She's trying everything she can. She doesn't know how to do much in the way of magic. She knows how to do one thing. You see her fists start to glow and she starts punching the roots. But nothing seems to be happening. She shouts at you, Della, do you have like fire magic or something?
I guess I could... Oh, I don't want to hurt the guy. You know what I mean? I guess I could try a witch bolt. So Della kind of holds out her hand, and she's still like reeling from her emotions and just being completely overwhelmed, and she sort of casts witch bolt in the general direction of this person.
So you're gonna need to roll to hit. You're aiming at the roots, I'm assuming, and not...
Right. I'm not trying to hurt this person. A 20. Oh, that's a nat 20.
I was gonna make you roll some bullshit. Nat 20 wins.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. If you roll nat 20, you roll nat 20. This was a really good time to roll a nat 20 because you don't hit the unconscious body of Drift with a witch bolt. You hit the roots with a nat 20 and splinter off a good chunk of the roots that was holding him in place. And with the combination of that and Lena punching the hell out of the roots, the body falls limp to the floor. And I will say, you have to respect a nat 20. You basically just took a mini lightning bolt and shot it at him. In the material plane, there's a such thing as an AED, which basically shoots a lightning bolt through your heart. Drift, you come back to consciousness as electricity pulses through you. And you look up and you see... well, Della, what does Drift see as you stand fist smoking with light witch bolt energy just having come out of it?
So you basically see before you just a normal human woman, darker skin, beautiful flowing dark hair. She's basically clad in like witchy kind of attire, you know, a little boho, you know, kind of stuff. Yeah, and she looks like she has just been through the ringer.
And then next to her, closer to you, having literally been punching the things holding you to the ground, very strong familiar resemblance to the other girl you're seeing. Still darker skinned, hair tied back and a scarf over her head, flowing skirts, sort of colors of green and orange and faint lavender flowing through. Very, very much like a hippie thrifted look going on. And you are conscious in a location that you don't recognize because the last time you saw anything, you were being captured with a member of your party.
Oh, if this is the heaven realm, I didn't expect it to hurt so much. Ugh. I'll look around, gazing at the two females. Where am I? How did I get here?
Della kind of snaps out of her emotional situation that she's going through, and she looks at him for kind of the first time, and she realizes, oh, this is an actual person, and they're alive now. And she says, I'm not really 100% sure where we are right now. I literally have no idea how you got here. I don't know who you are. You probably know more than I do at this point.
Well, all I really know is the sap is delicious. If you get the chance, I recommend you give it a shot. In all seriousness, though, I need to find my things. Drift looks around for his items on the ground, particularly his laptop, which is his tome.
Make a investigation check. There are items obviously scattered around. Some are thrown into the woods. Some are out in the open.
12.
You see the glint of the silver cover of your laptop coming from a bush.
Alright, I'll pick up all of the things that are mine that I can find and brush them off and try to get them cleaned up as best I can. Assemble myself back in order.
The girl with the flowing skirts kind of stops what she was actively punching the woods, so to speak, before you woke up. And she sort of stands next to you as you hurriedly pick up a laptop. So, that's your computer. Why do we need that in the middle of the woods? Okay. Wow.
I like to listen to MP3s as I jog.
You're listening to MP3s on a laptop while you jog?
Yes. No, in all seriousness, this is the source of my power. Much like other people use items to summon strength, I use my laptop.
Use your laptop. Like, what?
Here, let me demonstrate. It'll make much more sense after you see it, I'm sure. And I'll use prestidigitation to clean the rest of myself off of the dirt twigs and things like that.
Della, make a perception check as he casts that. You see, just for a moment as he casts the spell, that his eyes don't go vacant, but instead of seeing what should be pupil and iris and the whites of the eyes, you see ones and zeros of data swim by as if technology is flowing through him.
Whoa, that's something I haven't seen before.
Air Genasi, or just someone hanging out in the woods?
Your eyes, actually.
Oh, thank you. I don't get many compliments on them. Before you is going to be standing a very pale, light blue Genasi with shorter white hair that's kind of constantly flowing in a breeze that may or may not exist. His going to be normal street clothes, so blue jeans, a jacket, a t-shirt, with a slung over laptop in a bag, like a carrier bag.
Okay. My name's Lena. This is Della. You are...
My name's long forgotten now. Everyone just calls me Drift.
Drift. Okay.
Well, why do they call you Drift?
It was a moniker I picked up when I was younger, and no one's ever really called me by my real name.
Oh.
So, it's just what I go by now.
Do you prefer that, or do you prefer your real name?
Oh, I prefer Drift, certainly.
Okay.
Makes it easy. Easy to remember.
Okay. Drift. Del, you were kind of leading this whole expedition. We're in the middle of nowhere at this point. We kind of left with... Drift, do you know anything about the Feywilds? Do you know anything about where we are right now?
I have extremely limited knowledge about the Feywilds. I was traveling with some companions who had a lot more information than I did. We were searching for a person. I can't speak his name, or horrible things will happen here, I'm sure. But my knowledge on the Feywild is extremely limited. My knowledge leans more towards the arcane.
Okay, so useless. Del, it's kind of your show. What are we looking for?
My show. I honestly don't know what we're looking for. I keep hearing these voices in my head.
Yeah, I'm hearing them too, and he's getting angry. Can he find us here?
I don't know. I feel like if we allow this to continue the way it's going, I feel like he probably could at some point. I think time is of the essence, and we need to figure this out.
Okay.
Time. Excellent point. Does anyone know what time it is? Do we need to bunker down for the night?
What time of day is it, by the way?
Well, you are in the forest outside of the Twilight Court, and it is kind of perpetual nighttime.
Okay.
So, night is not really a time so much as a state of being in this area.
Okay.
You begin to hear the trees around you starting to groan as you look down and see the roots where your lightning hit them, your witch bolt, and start receding into the ground. The roots are oozing some sort of greenish yellow liquid as if they're bleeding.
I'm wondering if I have I'm looking to see if I have a vial or something on me.
I'm sure you do.
I'm sure I do.
You can just say you do.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I have an herbalism kit, so I just take out a vial and I just look closely and I'm like, gosh, that looks really interesting. I've never seen that before. And I kneel down and I just kind of collect some in a little vial and put it back in my little pouch.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no. 6.
A 6 isn't great.
It's terrible.
Unfortunately, a 6 isn't great. As you reach down to fill the vial with the liquid, roots spring from the ground and grasp your arm, slamming it to the ground.
Lena?
Della, what did you do to the... Why did you go near the... I just punched it! Okay, I guess I need to punch it some more. What can you do? She points at Drift.
I can cast a spell too. I will do my best Eldritch Blast at the roots at the base of the tree away from her hand or arm.
Roll to hit.
24.
God damn. I guess roll damage on the Eldritch Blast. How many beams is it?
It's 2 beams now. 11 and 15.
11 and 15 damage? Oh my god, that's 26 damage. So, your Eldritch Blasts cast into the nearest tree trunk, and you hear sort of as trees start shifting and moving, and branches start coming alive where they haven't in probably centuries. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
18.
1 plus 2 is 3.
Oh, no.
To be fair, I got my shot off already.
Oh my god, the trees rolled a nat 20.
Oh, terrible news.
Well, let's roll.
Terrible
Let's roll
news.
for Lena. That's not bad. Could be worse. Lena got an 18. You got an 18 too, Della?
Yes.
Oh no. Lena has a +4 to Dex.
And I have a +1.
Okay, Lena will go first. So, first up is the trees, unfortunately.
Please don't hurt me.
What's your armor class?
11. Shit.
11.
It's 11. It's
Well,
so sad.
I thought that only 2 of these hit you, but all 4 hits hit you.
Fantastic.
4 different trees that are near you start taking swings at you with branches.
Okay. Are they just like swinging at my body in general, or like specific areas?
They're just trying to whack you.
Okay. Can I use? Hear me out.
Okay.
I would like to use a bonus action first.
It's not
and I
your
would like to use my
turn.
telekinetic. Oh,
It's not your turn.
I
It's
forgot Lena goes before me.
Well, it's also the tree's turn right now.
Oh, still?
They haven't actually rolled damage yet.
Why are you trying to kill me?
Oh my god, the trees are going to do so much damage.
I'm gonna die. From a tree! That's so depressing.
You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I don't know how many hit points Della had.
30 currently.
Well, minus 18.
Although, oh yeah.
Lena goes and sees the trees swing at you. What the fuck? Where are we? What is it? What did Al do? Oh my god, I used to like him. Lena is going to go ahead and take several attacks on just trees. She's like, I guess I'm just gonna punch trees now. That makes sense, right? I'm in a place where trees attack me, so I have to hit the trees. Okay, let's punch trees. Why not? Lena takes several punches on the trees and deals 24 points of bludgeoning damage on the trees. And then takes the disengage action as a bonus action using Step of the Wind. That is going to go to Della.
Okay. And I resume, hear me out. So if I use my telekinetic shove, instead of like shoving the tree away from me, can I shove myself back?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't see why not.
Okay. So that would be like a a 15 strength. So would I guess it would still be the tree, right?
Yeah. I'm going to roll a strength check for a tree. That's an nat 20 for the tree.
Are you serious?
The tree got a nat 20.
Why am I going to die today?
From trees.
From trees. After everything I've been through.
So because you were not with us recording last episode, you did not hear the whole thing where Al realized you went into the sentient forest.
He realized?
He did a history check and discovered that you guys went into the sentient forest.
Oh shit. Was he so mad?
He pretty much was. He was mad enough to turn around and go back to his parents to try to get help.
Oh shit. He must really love my sister.
That's gonna go to Drift. Or did you actually deal damage, or did you just try to shove yourself?
Well, that was my bonus action.
What's your action?
So, for my action, can I guess since it's touching me, can I do Shocking Grasp?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. And I will hit. Please don't be stupid. 22.
Hits.
Sweet. And then... 12 damage.
What kind of damage does it deal? Just like lightning damage?
Yes.
Cool. That goes to Drift.
Alright, how many total trees do we seem to be in combat with?
You don't know because you're surrounded in a forest of trees, and for all you know, every tree could be an enemy.
Is Dell still attached to the tree?
Della is still attached to the tree.
Okay. I'm going to
Just
try to
one
fire
arm, though.
another Eldritch Blast at the connection at the tree base where it's connected to her, to try to sever that connection. 26.
Oh my god.
Golly.
I have a +9 to hit.
Can we be besties?
That hits.
2 beams. The first is going to do 11 again. The second, 14.
25. You dealt 26 and then 25 points of damage each on your turn. That's wild.
I got one move, but I do it well.
The trees are not happy about this. Definitely not happy. I wish I don't know what tree sounds are.
I like it. Solid tree sound.
Solid tree sound. It's the tree's turn again. And multiple trees. There are more trees that are...
Like, nobody wants to just pull me away. This is so rude.
Drift, what's your armor class?
17.
Well, that tree misses you. That tree also misses you. That tree hits you. Every tree is missing you except for one.
That's good news for
And
me.
the tree that is going for Della got a nat 20.
Oh, no.
Well, Drift, the one tree hits you and deals 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Della, what happens to you is a little different. The roots grabbing your arm, smaller stems branch off them and pierce into your skin and start siphoning off of you.
Shit.
And you take just 5 points of damage as that starts to happen.
Okay. Not dead yet.
Lena watched while you tried to get out of the grasp and it failed. And she's like, okay, we're gonna punch some more things. Lena's rolling like fucking batshit crazy. Lena comes up to you and is going to stunning strike the roots. Not entirely knowing what that will do to them. She rolls a 26. Deals 8 points of damage, and we're gonna see if trees can get stunned.
The answer will be stunning.
Indeed.
Tree rolled nat 1. The tree's roots release your arm, and that tree is currently incapacitated at least until its next turn. I guess you can stunning strike a tree. Who knew? She's gonna attack again on another tree. Damn, she rolled an 18 on the die.
Alright, sis.
She rolled dog shit on the damage die. She deals 6 points of damage. She rolled two ones.
It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. That's going to go to you, Della.
All right, so Della is kind of just squeezing her eyes really tight. She's just like, fuck, 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 fuck. And she casts Misty Step.
Where to?
Over there. As far away as possible.
30 feet. Well, Misty Step takes you 30 feet.
Which is just 30 feet, yeah.
That's your bonus action. What's your action?
My action would be to cast Water Bullet.
Okay.
And, well, that sucks. I'm sure a 9 does not hit.
No, they have a low armor class, but not that low.
I tried.
It's hard to miss a whole ash tree. Yes.
In all of the kerfuffle, did I manage to get some of that stuff in my vial?
Make a sleight of hand check.
18.
Yes.
Sweet.
Not that you really know what any of it does, but yes.
Of course.
That goes to Drift.
What does the battlefield look like right now? She's 30 feet away from
she's 30 feet away from me, Lena and you. Still surrounded by trees because you're in a whole forest.
Yeah.
Lena and you are... You can try to make some sort of check to determine which trees are friendly and which trees are not, but it's almost impossible to know. You are potentially completely surrounded by enemies.
Is this a fight we want to try to continue, or something we want to try to escape from?
Who are you asking?
Everyone.
I turn to him and
Everyone
I say,
that speaks non-tree.
do you have any fire spells?
Not fire, but I can make it so they can't see us. I can invisibility us all.
Alright, let's do that.
I'll grab Lena's hand as long as she's willing, run with my movement speed towards Della, and cast invisibility on the three of us.
You are all invisible. Do you have any movement left to take any more space? Otherwise, you just went invisible in the same spot where the trees now know.
I'm assuming we ran to Della. Yeah, so I guess we would all be invisible there. 30 foot is my movement speed.
I'm rolling some checks with disadvantage for the trees. Okay. Drift, it's your spell. I need you to roll stealth with advantage. You need to beat a 12.
17.
The trees start swinging wildly, but they don't make contact with you at all. Do you want to... Well, it does go to the trees' turn. They are going to try to make some attacks. These are all with disadvantage. That's a 4. That's a 5. Wow, none of them hit you. It is technically PC players' turns. Are you collectively deciding to run as you are invisible?
Yes, we need to establish during invisibility, can we still see one another?
I would say you can. So is the plan run?
Della had highest initiative. Or, I'm sorry, Lena had highest initiative. She would be next.
Well, technically all the PCs are together, and it's nobody goes before PCs, so I'm allowing you to, as a collective of PCs and Lena the NPC, to decide, is the plan run or is the plan stay and fight while invisible? Understanding that the next time you attack, you will no longer be invisible.
I say we run.
I'm going to be very quiet. Is there a safe space nearby? Did anyone see a clearing on their way in?
I don't know, did we?
You left a clearing where all your friends were sleeping.
I mean, I guess we could head back there, but we could go back to the clearing, Lena. What do you think?
I mean, that's fine, but isn't the whole reason you made us leave because you were worried that JJ was going to find them?
Yes, and I just don't know what to do in this moment. Everything is so upside down. Is there a clearing in the other direction, or is there, like, any sort of pathway or anything that looks like we can get through?
You can try to navigate through the forest. While you're deciding all this, you hear in your head, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh, pathetic.
Coming from one who's been separated from his group, I would say to you that you're always stronger together.
But you don't understand. There's something really bad out there, and it just wants to take me over and destroy everything. I don't want to put my friends in danger.
Will it put your friends in more danger coming to save you?
Probably.
Oh, with the hard questions. That's a good one.
And then Della kind of just looks down, and she looks a little dejected, and she's like, all right, let's go back to the group.
I need a collective survival check as you navigate your way out of the forest to not accidentally interfere with any of the trees.
13 from Drift.
15 from me.
I'm hoping that Lena didn't just fuck y'all.
Natural 1 from Lena.
Lena got a 3 on the die.
Dang, Lena.
Hey, she punched a whole bunch of trees. She adds +3, so it's a 6. We had a 15 and a 13, was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now is the fun part where I get to discover what's the passive perception of a tree. Well, they add a +0 to wisdom. So even if they had proficiency, they would not be able to perceive you. So you are successfully out of initiative as you navigate through the forest, through the darkness of the woods, back to the clearing that you were. It is daylight in the clearing, as this is a secluded pocket area of the Feywilds outside of the Twilight Court. But it is abandoned. No one's there. No one's waiting. Lena looks around. Look, I don't know what we should... He's really hurt. You're really hurt. I don't have healing stuff. I have bullshit herbs. I could make you extra fertile if you want right now. That's like the extent of what I can do.
I don't know that fertility is going to be an issue. I think we'll pass on the herbs. Thank you, though.
I can get you real calm and ready for stuff. Oh God, do we sleep?
No, Drift, do you have any healing spells, or is there anything you can do?
Healing is not my proficiency. However, I am willing to stay up and keep watch while you guys take rest. I need much less time to regain my ability to cast.
Well, all right then. Why don't we rest for a little while, and then we'll come up with a plan.
Are we taking a full short rest, or we're taking a long rest?
Probably just a short rest.
So you rest for about an hour. Feel free to roll any hit dice to regain any hit points. Drift, you're at 1 or 2 hit points max. Della, you're at whatever you were at. Lena's at full. Is there anything you want to be doing during that hour?
I think I would just be talking to the group when I'm not resting, and just saying, hey guys, like, you know, what should we do next? How do we get out of here? And I would probably turn to Drift and say, you don't remember anything about how you got here in the first place?
No, I was in New York and we were heading to the Feywilds, and I was kidnapped mid-route. I don't remember much of anything.
Oh my gosh.
But if you have a cell phone number of one of those friends, I can try to call it.
And I don't think Della would have anybody's phone number.
No, and also I don't know what kind of service you get in the Feywilds. It's like the Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now?
I guess there's probably not any cell towers out and about.
So I guess I would look around. I would start looking for, like, because this is where my friends were, so I'd probably start looking for footprints or seeing if I can see which direction they went to.
As you walk through looking for evidence of where they were and where they went, you see the trail of blood from the creature that attacked you guys previously. And you realize Chomp must be still carrying its body. And it's heading back the way you guys came.
Where we just came from with the tree that tried to kill me?
Nope, the other way.
Oh.
The way you came running through the woods, trying not to die.
Fuck. How does one get out of the Feywilds? And I kind of just say that out loud to the group.
Well, we got here because Al fingered a button.
You got away with words.
You had to be there as a whole thing.
My crew stepped through a portal to get here. We slipped in from a pier in New York.
Do we want to get out of the Feywilds? What happens to us if we get out? And then there's kind of a lot of people chasing us in New Orleans.
Yeah. So let's say we go the route that the group went and we just try to not die.
As you begin to step out of the hallowed glen that you're in,
Is this still pre-rest, or have we
you've taken the
at this
rest.
point? Okay. During the rest, I'm going to have offered pocket cake to anyone who would be interested. It's delicious. I feel there is no magical downside to eating it.
It is literally cake from Drift's pocket.
That's pocket cake. I appreciate the offer, Drift, but no thank you.
Anytime. Maybe a little messy with dirt. I'm not sure. But that's just probably some protein.
Protein, okay.
As you stand out and step outside of the hallowed glen, you hear a voice call to you immediately. Stop where you stand. What are you doing in the Twilight Court, and where is my brother?
And Della sort of turns her face to look at whoever's speaking.
You see tall, angular-faced elven woman wearing full plate armor, carrying a large sword and a bow over her shoulder, with a striking familial resemblance to Al.
I look over at Lena, and I'm kind of wondering, like in my head, I'm shooting her a look like what is this? Like wondering if she knew.
I'm sorry, your brother? The only person I can think of that's from here is Al. Is that your brother? Ugh, Al. Such a stupid fucking name. Alar. He always hated his full name, but wear it with some pride, man. Where is he? As soon as you all appeared, it sent a ripple through the court. I'm waiting.
I'm not sure where he went. My sister and I, we broke off from the group. We were trying to find a way back home, and we've since lost them.
Well, in lieu of his absence, I guess I will have to take you three to meet my father.
Your father?
Yes. Do you know where you are, human?
I have no idea.
Then let me educate you. Welcome to the Twilight Court. My name is Nemira Cianodel. You know Alar Cianodel. He is the heir to the Warden of the Sharpened Edge in the Shaded Lands, the defender of the Glimmer Grove's borders and keeper of tradition. He is the one who is to take over our faith. Or at least he should have been, except that he disappeared in the material plane almost 2 years ago at this point. So now I get to bring you, mortals, to meet my parents, to try to explain what in all of the gods' names my brother has been doing, not being part of our family for the last 2 years. So come on, we have to go.
I look to Lena, and I sort of make a look at her like, should we do this?
It's kind of a weird way to meet my boyfriend's parents. Namira says, I'm sorry, what? Oh, this is going to end so poorly. He's engaged.
And Della says, what?
He is promised to be married to the heiress of the Court of Daybreak to solidify the union of our two courts.
Does he know this?
He was there when they announced it, so I would assume, unless he's gone feeble in the mind, that he does know this. She turns to Lena. You are pretty. I would hate to see what the Court of Daybreak does to you when they find out that you've intruded on their business.
Well, this isn't her fault. She had no idea.
Oh no, believe me, it's Alar's fault. Don't get me wrong. They'll take it out on him too. But if I was you, I would probably keep to myself your relationship with him. Okay, we've delayed long enough. We have to go. My parents know that I've made contact with someone. My brother's out here somewhere looking for Al too, Alar. You got me saying it now. I'm hoping we'll run into Thandar somewhere, or maybe Alar. How many of you came through with him? How many people are there?
Well, there's a decent number of us.
I would not be included in that number of us.
Who are you?
Different portal, different day. Hi, my name's Drift. Would you like cake?
I'm sorry, what?
Which part? The cake or Drift?
I guess both. Where did you get cake?
Cake is from the pocket. Name is from my parents.
Your parents named you Drift?
More or less.
Okay. I'm getting a migraine. I cleared the path. There's not going to be any of the stalkers around. We should go quickly while it's clear and not dangerous. Just stay close to me, and if I shout run, you run. And she's going to lead you back to the place where you first emerged into the Feywilds, at least Lena and Della.
You haven't happened to feel any other ripples in the fabric of space-time and trees lately, have you?
No. As they lead you back, you find yourself outside of a reflecting pool in front of a great temple. It is peaceful and quiet, and the sky changes from being the pitch black of outside of the realm of twilight into this indigo, purplish, bluish black. Looks like the forever twilight hours when the moon is first coming up and the stars begin peeking through. On the far side of the reflecting pool, you see two tall and elegant looking elvish people. One stands in great green robes with a Luna moth embroidered on them. He wears a crown made of sort of antler horns and brush, and he carries a large staff. Next to him is a slender, tall woman, beautiful, pale silvery hair, very clearly resembles the woman in front of you that led you here. As Namira leads you, she asks quietly, "What are your names?" Quickly. My name's Lena. I know you're Drift over
Della.
there. Della.
Oh, yes, yeah, we met.
When I present you to the Dream Warden and the Warden of the Shaded Edge, please just don't embarrass yourselves. And just don't say anything unless asked. It's gonna make it worse. The man stands tall and looks at the woman coming forward. I take it you have not found my son. No, Dad. Sorry. I present to you Della, Lena, and Drift of the material plane. The woman looks over. You all look like you've seen much better times. You look tired and beaten. And my dear, are you bleeding? And she looks at your arm, Della, where the roots sort of pierced into your skin.
Della kind of looks down at herself and she says, yes, ma'am.
Well, we can't have that, can we? And she casts an upcast healing word, sort of taking care of the rest of any damage you guys had. So you both can mark yourselves at full hit points.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. My name is Selenway. This is my husband, Thaloran. I believe you know my son, Alar. Do you know where he is?
I believe he's around here somewhere. We got separated. I don't know where he is currently. We went looking for them as well.
Thaloran looks at you, his stony-eyed, stern face. What has my son been doing all of this time that he brings strangers to the Twilight Court, strangers to the holiest place in our realm?
Making tea mostly.
Selenway looks, what kind of tea?
Oh, tea would be lovely.
Lena chimes in, I have some great tea. It really opens up your chi and key points and helps you breathe in and out and let the energy flow into you and out of you, so it really clears up all that negative space. Thorn says, not another word. I want to see my son. He has neglected his role and his duty for far too long, not to mention that he is due to be married in days.
When he says that, Della reaches over and grabs Lena's hand and sort of squeezes it.
Someone's gonna roll something.
Oh no.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, that's a 3.
Oh, 16 perception beats that. She doesn't say anything, but she definitely clocks the sort of supportive hand squeeze that happens. Lauren does not. Lauren is very much centered on what he is determined to find and wants to know. It is my job as defender of this court, of our ways and traditions and of our faith, to provide someone who can take over when I am no longer able to do so. I thought I chose wisely, and I feel that and Namira steps in really carefully and quickly and grabs her father's shoulder as he begins to come down to one knee in a coughing fit. The robe over his body askews a little bit, and you see a bare upper arm under part of the robe that looks almost black and cracked and withered. Dad, you gotta be careful. When you get too animated or too upset, you know what happens. It gets worse. He makes me so angry all of the time. He shows no respect. He shows no faith. He slowly stands back up to his feet. Where is he? Where did you last see him?
We saw him in that clearing, back over there. That's where we all were the last time we saw the rest of our group.
It's been much longer for me. I don't think I've seen him, ever.
He shoots you an icy glare. This is not someone who appreciates a joke.
Della kind of nudges him in the ribs with her elbow.
Just trying to daybreak the tension a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
You begin walking as Lauren says, then lead me to where you last saw him. And the group of you all leaves the reflecting pool. Namira, Lauren, Selenway, and the three of you, as well as several sort of attendants to the family. As you leave the court proper, the sky returns to that pitch black, full of the sparse stars. It gets much colder. Wind blows harshly. Selenway comes into step with you, Della, and Lena, sort of walking with you with sort of hushed tones as Lauren stays ahead of the group with Namira sort of focused on their own things. Tell me about yourself, Della.
Well, there's not really much to tell. I'm not from here, obviously. I come from a place called New Orleans, and my family owned a shop that helps people with herbs and spells and rituals. And some awful things happened, and somehow we ended up here.
You have seen something truly terrible happen very recently. You lost someone. You lost 2 people, if I'm not mistaken. Or more, you lost one and was betrayed by the other. Does that sound true?
You sound just like my grandma.
I do. Isn't that curious? I once knew a woman. I met her in passing. She looked very similar to you. She told me to call her Letty. But I think you know that. She told me, well, that doesn't matter right now. She turns to Drift, and you are separated from an entirely different place and group of people.
You're very perceptive.
Who was it that you were coming here to look for?
One of my companions has family in the court. I'm not entirely sure. I was hit in the head very, very hard, but I have cake.
What kind of cake is it?
Andreev just refers to it as pocket cake. He offers it all the time. It's delicious. But I have never taken the time to see the flavor. Would you like a piece? More like a handful.
I think I'll pass for now, but thank you for the offer.
Certainly, most welcome.
Why do you walk with no shadow?
My companions and I are on a completely different path, trying to find someone who haunts us, and I believe this individual has taken my shadow. We don't like to say his name. He has a tendency to show up when you do.
A tendency to show up. I think I know who you're talking about.
Large smile, angry teeth, jester-like appearance.
Lots of blades.
Oh yeah.
I believe his sister is probably more suited to helping you recover your shadow. Jill.
Is Jill around?
She's a ways away, but I can help you get there.
If I know my friends, they probably would have tried to find her as well.
And you, she turns to Lena. What's your relationship to my son? Oh, don't be coy. Mother knows certain things about certain things. And I watched your sister squeeze your hand when his fiancée was mentioned. It's complicated. Al and I weren't a thing, and then we very, very, very briefly were a thing until I learned the truth about his past, and then we weren't a thing anymore. But things and thing knots aside, how do you feel about him? I don't even know anymore. He lied to all of us. He lied to me. I don't know. Sounds like my son has a lot to answer for when we find him. Della, if you ever had a recurring dream, what would Della's dream be?
Della's recurring dream would be, it would start with Della in a cage, and it would be the cage slowly opening and Della coming out of the cage.
And were you doing just fine?
Yes. Once I was in the dream, I'm doing fine once I'm out of the cage.
As you look into Sunway's eyes, you start to feel yourself get pulled into that dream. Don't look too long, or you might not come back out, she whispers. I am the guardian of the realm of dreams, just as my husband is the guardian of the land of Twilight. I know much more about each of you, all three, than I believe even the three of you know. I choose what I see, and I choose how I interpret it, and I choose what I tell to my husband and to the rest of the court. What I can tell you, you have a long way to travel to get the answers you're looking for. Della Darkhell. And Lena, I don't think that your story with my son is quite finished, no matter what thing you may or may not have had or do have. And Drift, you are much harder to read and see, but I need you to be careful. You're going to be offered quite a lot of power very soon. It's important that you consider all things before taking it.
Don't worry, I'm great with power.
Always the quick wit. As you're all talking, you don't sort of perceive how much time and distance has passed. You're deep in the forest now, close to the glen. And as you approach, Della, you're talking to Sunway. You almost walk straight into Namira. She's stopped cold in her tracks. Thaloran stands ahead of her just a little ways. And as you all look ahead, you see the rest of the group. Al is on his knees, clutching a bloody, dead body of an elf. And Thorin says, "What have you done?" And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Dun dun